Good morning, students. First, today I will introduce about the bisector of a line segment. Bisector of a line segment. Why we are taking here a line segment, that I will also tell you. First, I will tell you what is a bisector. Bisector itself is a line which divide the given line segment into two equal parts. Just suppose I have a line segment of 6 centimeter, and if we are observing any line, it dividing the given line into two equal parts, means this part and this part is 3 centimeter. So this line is dividing the given line segment into two equal parts. Then this line is said to be the bisector of a line segment. And now students, I want to tell you that why we are saying here only the line segment, why we are not taking here the line. Just suppose I am taking a line. We know that the length of a line is not fixed, and if I am saying this, if it's not fixed, if I am taking this, once you are saying this is equal, just suppose, but we know that line can be extended. If we are we are getting extended from this side, then this will not be equal to this one. So when we are talking about the bisector, then we should know, it's very clear, then we are finding the bisector of a line segment only. So if we have a line segment that, just suppose, of any length, but length is fixed, we know that, line segment, and just suppose we are taking this line is 10 centimeter. Now this CD is dividing that given line segment into two equal parts, means this part, this is the intersection point of these two lines. We can say line, this is a line and this is a line segment, this is the intersection point. So this line is dividing this line segment into two equal parts. Then this will call the bisector of a line segment. Now the next concept is perpendicular of a line segment. What is perpendicular? So perpendicular itself is also a line. But we know that if we are talking about the bisector of any line segment, that it will divide into two equal parts. But if we are talking the perpendicular of a line segment, if we are taking a line segment which length is fixed, here we are taking 10.5 centimeter, and students, this CD is intersecting that line at this point, and we are observing at this point angle is 90 degree. If we will observe, this angle is 90 degree. Then this CD will be called the perpendicular of this given line segment. Now what is the perpendicular bisector? Bisector means two equal parts. Perpendicular means at the angle of intersecting at the angle of 90. Now we have the combination of both. So if we are talking what is that perpendicular bisector, then it is also a line which divide the given line segment into two equal parts at the angle of 90. Again, now we will discuss the question number 1 of exercise 14.5. Here we have that the length of a line segment, that is 7.3 centimeter, and we have to find its axis of symmetry. It means we will do the construction that how to get the axis of symmetry. First we will learn about that what is called the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is a line which divide the given line segment into two equal parts. See, if we have this line segment, fixed length, you can see from here to here, this is observing, this is a line segment. Now if we want its axis of symmetry, now see, if I will get the fold of this, you know, this is the line which we have taken. If it means, now we are observing, we have folded, and this line segment, this was the line segment, and we get this into two equal parts. So now if I am opening this, see, this is the line segment, and this line is bisecting the given line segment into two equal parts, and we are observing this angle is also 90 degree. It means this is called the perpendicular bisector. It means if we are finding the line axis of symmetry or the line of symmetry, it means we are finding its perpendicular bisector. So for this we will do the construction. We will take the line segment of 7.3 centimeter, leave the space of above of this. So we are taking 7.3 centimeter, 7.3 centimeter line segment, and name of this line segment is AB. How to get the construction of this? Now this is AB, which is 7.3 centimeter, and we have to find its axis of symmetry. Means now we can see by estimation only this would be half, and we will open the compass more than half of this 7.3, more than half of this. By estimation only we can see it's more than half. Half would be here, so we have opened more than half. Now keeping on A, just give an arc like this and just down to this, above and down of AB. Now keeping on B, give the same type of arc above of AB and below of AB. Now these two arcs are intersecting. Now this point and this point you will join. You will get axis of symmetry. You are observing. Now you can observe it's exactly in the mid, means this part is equal to this, and this is called the intersection point. It means AC is equal to CB, and so this is called the axis of symmetry as well as perpendicular bisector, because this line is bisecting AB, means intersecting means dividing AB into two equal parts at the angle of 90. So question number 2 you will do yourself. Now we have the third question where we have to do that, find the perpendicular bisector of a line segment XY whose length is 10.3 centimeter. So similar to question number 1 and 2. So first we will take that line segment of 10.3 centimeter. And the name of this line segment is XY. This is 10.3 centimeter. Now we have to find its perpendicular bisector. For this we will open the compass more than half. More than half you can take till 10.3 also. It's more than half. Half would be here. So we are opening the compass more than half. Keep on X. Give the arc above of XY and down of XY. Now keeping on Y, same we will do. We will give an arc above of XY and below of XY. And if you are observing the intersection point down to this is the less arc is there, you can keep it on X again and you can extend it. Now you will join this. This is the perpendicular bisector. Now we are observing these two parts are equal and this angle is 90. So this line is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment XY. Now what is given in this? Take up any point P on this bisector drawn. So we have this bisector. You can take point P anywhere. Above of XY, here, here, here. Anywhere you can take. Just suppose we are taking point P. You can take this side also. We have taken the point P. Now we will observe PX and PY is same in the length or not. So for this we will join P to X and P to Y and measure the length. Measure the length of PX. This is 6.2 near about, or 6.1 we can say. This is also the same. So what is that? Is PX equal to PY? So what is the answer? Yes, PX equals to PY. Now the second part is, if M is the midpoint of xy, this is the perpendicular bisector, so this intersection point is M. If M is the midpoint of xy, then what we can see about mx and xy means we want the relation between mx from here to here and the xy. So what is the relation between mx and xy? Mx is this one, xy is this one. In two ways we can say. One way that mx, because m is in the mid, so it means mx is the half of xy, or we can say mx is half of xy, means mx is half of xy, means xy will divided by 2 gives you mx, or we can say twice of mx, means if we multiply, if we take 2 times of mx, means 2 times of mx, then it would be your xy. Now we have to discuss the question 4th. In the question 4th, we have to draw a line segment of 12.8 centimeter and we have to divide it into 4 equal parts using compass. We have taken here a line segment of 12.8 centimeter and we will divide it into 4 equal parts. For this, first we will divide into 2 equal parts, and for this we can say, students, we can find its perpendicular bisector. Now we are opening the compass more than half to get the perpendicular bisector as we have done in question 1, 2 and 3. Now keeping on A and B and giving the arc to get its perpendicular bisector. Now keeping on B, we are finding its perpendicular bisector. Now this is into 2 equal parts, but we want that line segment into 4 equal parts. This is a perpendicular bisector. It means this part is equal to this part. Now students, we have seen this is the intersection point. So we can give this name C. Now AC is equal to BC. Now see, this is a line segment AC and the same BC also a line segment. Now both are equal. Now we will find the line perpendicular bisector of AC. Means if it's 2 equal parts, if we will get perpendicular bisector of this and this, we will get 4 equal parts of a line segment AB. Now AC is a line segment. Its half is still here. We will open more than half. So we can open till this. Now keep on. Now we are finding the perpendicular bisector of AC. Keep on A. Give the arc above and below of AC. Keep on C. Keep on C. Give this arc. And students, with the same process, we will get the perpendicular bisector of BC by keeping on B and C. Now because both are equal, obvious their halves, more than halves also will be equal. So you can get the perpendicular bisector of BC also by keeping on C and B both. Now we will join this. We will join these 2 points, intersection points of these arcs. Join this also. Now what we are observing, this AB is into 4 equal parts. This equal to this equal to this equal to this. We can give this D, this already C, we can say this E. Now it means what we are observing, that AD equal to DC, DC equal to CE, and that is equal to BE. And what is the measure of each part? We will measure it. We are observing this is 3.2. If we will get it, this is 3.2. So this also observe 3.2. When you will observe, this is 3 points. So it means each one is 3.2 centimeter. So we have divided into 4 equal parts. And each one is equal to 3.2 centimeter. Or also you can say 12.8 was the complete. If we will divide by 4, when you will divide it, you can see this also would be 3.2 centimeter. Now we have the question 5, that we have the PQ of length 6.1 centimeter and we will construct a circle using PQ as a diameter. We have already constructed the circles where the radius was given, but now we have the diameter given. Diameter is 6.1 centimeter. We know that radius, if we are taking this PQ 6.1 centimeter, this consider PQ as a diameter. Earlier we were having the radius and we were opening the compass as much the radius is given. Now PQ is the diameter. First we will find its perpendicular bisector to get its radius, because radius is the half of diameter. Now open more than half compass, keeping on P and Q, giving the arc as we have already done. Now we are observing this is the bisector of PQ, means this PQ now is in two equal parts. Now we can say PM or MQ is the radius. PM or MQ is the radius. Now we will construct a circle whose diameter is PQ and the radius is PM. Now we will open the compass PM or MQ, because both are equal and both are the radius. Now keeping on either on the point P or M or on Q, you can construct a circle whose radius is equal to PM, or we can say half of PQ. So if we are keeping on M, then we will construct a circle like this. We can construct the circle by keeping on the point P as well as on the Q also. So this is the required circle.